Do you ever find yourself looking on Reddit or maybe you're on YouTube and you stumble across a video about the city in which you're living in, and people are talking about all the different options you have for activities? You got rollerblading over here. There's a gamer fest happening at this exhibition center, and you're kind of like, wow, I live slap bang in the middle of a thriving metropolis with all this opportunity and a myriad of things occurring all at once, and it's happening all around me. I'm not I'm not participating in a single thing. And it because you know what's weird for me is that I have been the guy who's made an effort in the past to be like, all right, come on, make an effort. You live in a place and you should try and see what's happening around you. And I will go with the intention of like, yeah, let's try and make this work. Maybe I'll find a new hobby or a new group of friends that will kind of like become a big part of my life. And then very, very quickly, I find that with those type of activities, you quickly run into, um, for want of a better word, cunts who always go on about how much they love their community. It's like, oh, community is such an important thing in my life. I do anything for my community. They've had my back, and I will have my community's back at all times. And yeah, it just strikes me as fucking fake. Fake as Pam Anderson's titties. It's just not real. I feel like that it attracts those type of people are posers. And I feel like if you are if you're one of these people who go into uh you kind of go in with kind of like the mindset of like a high school nerd where it's like, all right, I'm going to join the fucking embroidery club, and that's going to become a part of my identity. And so you're kind of like the dude in fucking Jason Schwartzman in Rushmore, the Wesley Anderson movie, where he's, trying to basically be the biggest busybody on campus. And yeah, you're essentially dealing with high functioning autists who are doing things so that they can say they've done them, as opposed to actually ingratiating themselves with real people and building real connections. Maybe I'm a bit of an emo. Maybe I'm kind of like, no, man, if I'm going to make a friend, it's got to be a real friend. I've had a knack for throughout my life, wherever I've gone, I've, you know, pretty much made no effort since I've left high school in each new environment I've found myself in, firstly university, then the workforce, then, traveling to different cities and all that. But I've generally picked up one friend in each situation by complete happenstance. And then there's a part of my brain where it's like, all right, you've got one friend, you can stop trying now. Like that'll do. And I think I am a relatively antisocial uh, person who can, um, you know, that kind of just can get by amusing myself. So I don't necessarily need a huge circle. Also, if you make one good friend, then that's better than a handful. And also, like, one good friend can introduce you to a bunch of other mutuals who you're maybe not going to be as close with, but you're kind of like, oh, I've killed multiple birds with one stone here. So that's been my approach. And yeah, I guess I also kind of have this sense where it's like, I hate clubs that call themselves clubs, or like communities that kind of come out and say, this is what we stand for, this is who we are. I just feel like it bothers me almost on like an evolutionarily on an evolutionary psychology level, where it's like hunter gatherers, you're a group, but loose group, man. Like if you took too many of the acai berries after we went picking the other day and we had that big windfall, and you get a little bit greedy, well then maybe today we're going to go for a walk, and then yeah, the greedy cunt's not going to come back from the walk. Like I don't know that. I feel like we obviously grew out of communities that had like strong bonds, but I don't think it was so strong where in which we were kind of like formalizing it and kind of saying this is forever. I feel like there was definitely some element of danger and risk and fluidity where it was like, yeah, if you get sick of it, you can fuck off. And if we get sick of you, we'll fuck you off. And you know, like the mob, for example, also like you're in it. It may be like the most important thing for you in your life. You don't go around telling people about it. Like these things are, you know, they're meant to be kind of like on the hush, and you can internalize um friendship groups or things you're a part of, but you shouldn't go around telling the world about it because you don't want to be drawing attention and attracting those fucking Rushmore nerds who are going to come in and pollute it. So, you know, if you want to remain an antisocial cunt like myself, then follow these words of wisdom. If you're not, if you like your community, well, then you know, I guess I'll be hate reading and hate watching you on YouTube and Reddit. So keep at it, and then see you out there in the big wide world, man.